Hey, hi, hello. Today we are going to be doing what the hell is this video called? Blind date with a book. I have gone on to Etsy over the past few weeks and I have ordered 5 books off of Etsy through different stores that do blind dates with books. Now, I actually only ordered from 4 stores because one of them I'm ordered from twice. I'll talk about that later when I get to those ones. 5 fantasy or sci-fi books from Etsy shops, and they have just arrived. So in this video, I'm going to be opening all of them, and then in a later video, if there are ones in this that I haven't read, I'll be reading them with you for a vlog. Looking at this package, you're like, Amanda, there's only 3 packages here, and you said that you ordered 5 books. This black one has 2 books in it. It's the one I ordered from the same shop. The 5th store has not sent the package yet. These ones, I ordered these all over 2 weeks ago and I've been waiting for them, and the final shop hasn't even shipped the package yet. So I'm gonna be filming this now, and then once I get that final book, I'll throw in the stuff at the end. I'm just way too excited. I can't wait any longer. I need to be opening these up right now. I totally understand what it's like to run an Etsy. I run an Etsy. Link down below if you want to go and look at the stuff that I sell. I get it. I understand. I am not in a rush for the final shop to send it to me. I'm not upset. I'm not angry with them for waiting this long to send me things. In my mind, this just means that they are really taking their time and making sure that I get the proper product and that it is delivered exactly how they promised it to me. I just can't physically wait anymore with these packages sitting here. I'm going to have all of the shops linked down below if you'd like to try one out, but without further ado, let's get going. I will tell you really quickly now why I ended up ordering 2 from the same shop. So I knew going in that I was going to be ordering only fantasy and sci-fi. Specifically, I wanted fantasy. I knew that a lot of the shops would have fantasy/sci-fi as one category. So when they were like that, I was okay with ordering. My thought was that I wanted to order a few that were just fantasy and a few that were YA fantasy, but everywhere I looked, YA fantasy was taken already. Found one shop that I really liked, and I had already picked out a fantasy like blind date with a book from them, and they also offered a YA fantasy and it was actually in stock, so that's why I have 2 from her. I will be opening them up in the order that they came in. So the first one is from Curl Up Collective. So only one of these shops asked for my Goodreads, and I believe it was this one actually. So yeah, this is the only one that asked for my Goodreads account. So I'm assuming that out of all of them, this one is the most likely to give me something that I haven't seen before. Now, I know that all of these are kind of ugly right now. Once I open them, I know they're all going to be pretty just from the pictures I've seen online, and I'm so excited to share those with you. Okay, so this one is technically categorized as a Wi-Fi fantasy or sci-fi. Cool. I thought I only ordered one of those. Apparently I ordered 2. So this is also a secondhand paperback. That's right. I could request specific things on certain books, and this was one of the shops that allowed me to do that. And they also provided me with a hot beverage. I think this is the only one that did that, and I asked for a green tea because they offered a few other things that I thought I would like, but I'm trying to be more adventurous and trying some green teas, and some of them are good. Okay, so this is really pretty. I'm gonna hold it up for you guys really quickly. It has this beautiful stamp. It tells me what it is, and it tells me a little bit about the book, and you can see their stamp. So they were started in 2000, and then there's this note. I'm gonna pull out this. Oh my god, it's not a note, it's a bookmark. How freaking cute. And it has their information, also a coupon code, and then I have my green tea. So the paper underneath says YA fantasy/sci-fi, dystopian/post-apocalyptic, sibling relationship, action and adventure. I really do like sibling relationships, and I really like dystopian post-apocalyptic books. So I think this person might have actually done a really good job. If you're gonna get me to read a sci-fi, it's gonna be a dystopian. Okay, should I show you first? I can't tell if I'm showing you yet. Okay, my eyes are closed. I feel something. Oh! So years ago, I checked this book out from the library, and I never read it, and I returned it, and ever since then, I've always had my eye on reading it, and I've heard such amazing things about this book. I've always wanted to pick it back up again, and I just never have. I'm actually really excited about this. If the rest of this video goes poorly, this was a success. Next up, that's my address. This is the second one that arrived, and this is from Sugar Shower Co. And I already love the outside packaging, so I can't wait to see the inside packaging. This just says blind date with a book. I'm not gonna take a closer up of this because it's not super necessary. And it says fantasy or sci-fi, and it's just wrapped in tissue paper. And then it came with a postcard which talked about their shop. Also, I probably should have said earlier, I'm literally not gonna be mad at any. As long as it's a fantasy sci-fi, I'm not gonna be mad. This, I can hear is a hardback, and I can also see right here that there is a ribbon peeking through. Should I close my, oh, I already saw. I don't know what this is. Okay, so this is called Charm, A Wicked Cinderella Tale by Sarah Pinborough. It's in really good shape. This is like a really nice book. Like, the quality is really, really good. And then the back says, once upon a time in a kingdom far, far away, a downtrodden young woman is rescued from a life of drudgery by her fairy godmother and whisked off to the Princess Bride ball in an enchanted carriage and pair of sparkling slippers. But in Sarah Pinborough's wicked retelling of the classic tale, nothing is quite as you remember. Normally, I'm not a huge fan of retellings. I'm going to start by saying that, but I've never heard of this before, which is odd for me because I feel like it's hard to find a book at this point that I've not heard of. I have heard of so many books and or read them. So I'm already intrigued, not only by the fact that it's pretty short, I think it's less than 200 pages, but also by the fact that I've never heard it. So I'll definitely be giving this one a shot, like a fair shot. I'm a little confused right now. If you're wondering why my energy is not there, it's because I'm confused, because I'm never surprised by books anymore. I'm excited. We're gonna put this one on the stack. Okay, so up next, I have this one saved. I couldn't write on this black to remind myself who this was. So this is by Jacelyn Ann, and these are the two. So I ordered one which is a used fantasy book and one which is just a blind date with a used book, and I selected my genre as fantasy hardback. So this wasn't the one where I took a YA. I don't know why I ordered two from the same shop. Handmade by Jacqueline Ann. I just want to make sure I get all those sounds right. She has her card, and she did send me a nice note. A lot of times on Etsy you can like send notes to people, and she sent me like a really nice like thank you. And then this also has all of the shipping material is recyclable, which is awesome, and then save 15% off of your next order code. And then she has my order here if I forgot, which is awesome. These two are tied together with cord, which is super exciting. And then she has her stamp on both of them. And then this one says blind date with a fantasy hardback. And then this is my other one. And that's why I think I ordered this other one, is because I love this kind of like wrapped paper. So I'm gonna save this one. They're both hardbacks, I can feel that. We're gonna open this one first. Am I nervous? I'm a little nervous now. Oh, I was gonna close my eyes again. I forgot to do that. Here, I saw some red. Terry Brooks. I've never read a Terry Brooks. Okay, so this one says Armageddon's Children. Is this the first Terry Brooks book? Is this the first Terry Brooks book that I should read? Oh, that's a little sad. It has one of those like library stamps where it came from someone's library. Where is the summary of what this book is? This is like talking about Terry Brooks. And then I flip to the back and this is also talking about Terry Brooks. Here we go, found it. Oh, let's actually check. Ooh, that's a nice shade of gray. I'm gonna stop stalling now. Logan Tom is doomed to remember the past and determined to rescue the future. I can't read, apparently. Far behind him lies a boyhood cut violently short by his family's slaughter when the forces of madness and hate swept our world after decadent excesses led to civilization's downfall. What is this book about? Across the country, Angel Perez herself, a survivor of the malevolent, death-dealing forces, combined the land also have chosen. Hold up. We're gonna check Goodreads, because I don't have any clue what this book is about. So it is the first in a series. It has decent ratings on Goodreads. Oh my freaking god, is this? It's the same blurb I just read. It's the same blurb. I have no clue what this book is about. I've just read both blurbs. People seem to really like it. Not my friends, apparently. My friends on Goodreads do not enjoy this book, but other people really love it. Okay, let's see the genres. Fantasy, fiction, science fiction, fantasy, science fiction, epic fantasy, dystopia, post-apocalyptic, urban fantasy, magic, apocalyptic. Okay, so I like dystopia. I like post-apocalyptic. I'm not usually a huge fan of urban fantasy, so there's gonna have to be kind of a line drawn there for me to for me to be interested. Definitely be something that I wouldn't have picked up on my own, and I think could be something I would enjoy anyways. I'm curious. I'm definitely curious. Next one. And remember, there's one more after this. Okay, so this one should just be another sci-fi and fantasy. I think it was wrapped twice. It was. Okay, I'm a little confused. Sorry, my eyes are closed again. Imagine like wrapping a present twice and then the person who's blindfolded like unwraps it, but then there's just more wrapping paper. Okay, let's see what it is. Oh my goodness. What? Camber? That's funny. I can see that they bought it for 50 cents on the inside. That's not the summary. God, I hate hardbacks. Why do they do this? They put like a blurb on the back. Camber was the greatest of the Journey, the race of men who were gifted with arcane mental powers that set them above normal humans. In later legends, he was to become a figure of mystery known as both the defender of humanity and the patron saint of dark magic, but now he sought only retirement for his family's estate. Okay, he dreams of justice, he's doing some things, normal humans. Camber could not even save his own son from the murderous treachery of Imre. I can't say any of these words. Could he be persuaded to leave the only life he knew and take on the leadership of a rebellion? Okay, let's see when this book was published, because there would be one very particular reason why I would never read this book. Ugh, my battery's flashing. I just looked back on the footage from the first half of this video and I realized I never explained. I said there was one thing that would keep me from reading certain books in the pile, and that was, and then I never explained myself. So let me explain myself really quickly. There's one main thing that will keep me from reading some of the books in this pile, and it's something that a lot of fantasy does that I just choose not to indulge in, and that is if the cast is super lacking in diversity. I can get past a lot of things, and I understand that, you know, not every book is gonna have the same level of diversity, but if I'm following a cast of 20 plus characters and there are no women, there are no people of color, there is nothing diverse about the cast, it is all white men, you're gonna lose me really quickly. But the next book, the final book, finally came in the mail today. So I did have to contact the shop owner and let them know that it had never been sent after like the end of when it was supposed to arrive to me. But she was so nice and totally understanding and express shipped this out to me. And now it's here and I'm gonna be opening it with you all. Calendula Creative, and I would, depending on how this goes, consider ordering from her again. Figure out how to open this bad boy. I think I'm gonna need my scissors. We are currently downstairs, so I'm gonna have to use my kitchen scissors. Oh wait, oh, shit. I leave scissors in my purse just for these reasons. Okay, so this is really cute. Oh my God. Okay, I'll show you that in 2 seconds. Anyways, so there is a stamp. It looks like it's a Hogwarts house seal stamp, and then there's also like a little stamp of a flower and a bee, and then it also came with this epoxy bookmark which has some pages ripped out, and I definitely, looking at it, I can tell that it is from Harry Potter because I see the word Hufflepuff and I see the word Harry, and then it has some clovers. Interesting. Harry Potter is a interesting subject to talk about nowadays. I'm not holding that against anyone. You do whatever you want to do. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and what I want to do is not support J.K. Rowling, which I'm not doing. I'm supporting this person. Oh, okay. I don't see where she tied it, so I guess it's underneath the stamp, which I hate ruining. Definitely a paperback. That's right. So this one, I was allowed to specify if I wanted a hardback or a paperback, and I was allowed to say that if I wanted a used book or a secondhand book, and I said I wanted a secondhand paperback. Do you guys want to see it first, or you want me to see it first? Or at the same time, I guess. Closing my eyes. I don't know if this is the top or the back or the bottom. I feel something coming out of it. No, hold up. Okay, there's a card here. We're gonna look at the card in 2 seconds. I have read this book and I hated this book. Like I think this is such a pretty book. I actually follow the illustrator online who designed this book, but I had a lot of problems with this book. Hold up, is that a Barnes & Noble? I see a receipt in here. Where'd it go? Barnes & Noble receipt. Let's see if I can see when this person ordered this. So buy a Frappuccino Grande or larger and get a second Frappuccino for 50% off between the 18th and the 31st of this year. I don't drink coffee, but if I did, I would definitely be going to do that. I've read this book already. I don't think I'm gonna unhaul this though, to be 100% honest. Even though I hated this book, I think I would add it to my shelf and keep, and then maybe like let people borrow it or one day give it to someone who I thought would like it, because while I hated this book, it is like a fantasy horror-esque story, and it is a retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses, I believe. The thing that like didn't do it for me in this book was, one, there was major insta-love that I like, it was bad. Like eye contact, oh my God, that's the human for me. I love them more than anything. And then two, just really undeveloped characters. I felt like they were lacking. I felt like there's 12 of them and they don't all have their own personality. In fact, they're kind of like bunched together and grouped together. And then when like the final resolve happened and the ending happened, I just felt like it was really predictable. I think I ended up rating it a 2-star. It was on my list of 21 books I wanted to read in 2021, which is really funny because, in case you aren't aware, right now is 2021. So this is the card that she sent me. Let's open this up and see how cute this is. So it's just blank, but I can see there's stuff on the inside, but the envelope is super cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's a note as to why I would enjoy this book. And I'm gonna read parts of it to you all. I'm not gonna read all of it because this person put a lot of time in here and you're not paying to see it, but I'll read bits and pieces of it to you so that if you aren't me and think you're gonna like this book, you'll have some more reasons why it's good, why you might enjoy it. A lot of people do enjoy it, I do wanna say. I am very picky. So she said, I was so excited when I found this book on the shelf. I love Craig's writing. The world she's able to create are so amazing. If you also enjoy horror novels, as for House of Salt and Sorrow, the book is a wonderful mix of fairy tale magic, romance, and wicked characters. I read a description of this book that described the writing and an environment as Poe-like, and I could not agree more. I will agree with her that the writing was very Poe-like. Okay, I'm weirdly excited. I feel like also this book now kind of has a novelty to it where it's nothing I would have bought for myself, but now that someone else has bought it for me and included this sweet note, and I'm gonna put the note in the book forever, it's something that it's like, okay, I kind of want to hang on to because I'm gonna remember this exact moment forever. This is the pile of books that I went on a blind date with, and I would say that out of all of these, I'm genuinely excited to try them out. I got a few on here that I had heard of that I'm really excited to try, but mostly it's books that I haven't heard of before. So I'm going to be doing a try a chapter tag of these 4. I am pretty convinced where I stand right now, just based off of how well I know my own taste, that I'm going to continue reading these 2 and I'm not going to continue reading these 2. But that video is not out yet. I haven't done it yet. I'm excited to be giving these all a shot. Thank you for watching. I hope you like this idea. It was really fun. I think this was really cool. Even if all of these books aren't a success, the person didn't know me and I didn't know them, and I got 5 fantasy or sci-fi books in my hands. Anyways, thank you for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Let me know down below what you thought of this idea. And until next time, I don't remember how my outro goes, but I'll talk to you in the comments. Bye.